Last week we heard from Primus, with the band saying they were in complete shock following the sudden departure of their longtime drummer, Tim "Herb" Alexander. The band said they learned via email that he would no longer be a member of the band and had lost his passion for drumming after multiple attempts to get in contact with him. And now Tim is opening up directly, releasing a letter to Rolling Stone, explaining the reasons behind his abrupt departure from the band. It was a successful year for Primus, with the band appearing on the Sasanta tour in celebration of Tool frontman Maynard James Keenan's 60th birthday. The lineup featured A Perfect Circle, Pussifer, and Primus. And things went so well that they recently announced Sasanta 2.0, taking place next year, also featuring Primus. But unfortunately, it won't be featuring drummer Tim "Herb" Alexander, who has now left the band for a third time. Originally joining the band back in 1989, he would leave in 1996. When Primus reformed in 2003, he would rejoin the band, later quitting in 2010, but returning in 2013. And according to Primus, they found out the shocking news just a few weeks ago that he would no longer be a member of the group. They said at the time, "On Thursday, October 17th, we received an email from Tim "Herb" Alexander expressing that, effective immediately, he would no longer be involved with Primus. It came as a complete shock to all of us here in the Primus camp. On the heels of a wonderful spring and summer touring and some fabulous plans ahead, it's been a bit bewildering for us that Herb would so abruptly opt out. After several attempts to communicate with Herb, his only response was another email stating that he has lost his passion for playing. As disappointing as that is, we respect his choice, and it's forced us to make some tough decisions. We considered canceling the annual New Year's show, but after much talk, have decided to pivot to an augmented version of Primus, featuring members of Holy Mackerel and Frog Brigade. This will be an exciting, special, one-time event. As far as future Primus, the band is looking forward to performing in the Dominican Republic with Tool and others. Danny Carey has once again graciously offered to fill the drum throne. For Sasanta, Primus plans on searching for the greatest drummer on earth. Details to follow. Thank you for all your support and understanding. Now, for Tim "Herb" Alexander, unfortunately over the years, he's dealt with some serious health issues, including multiple heart attacks. And when that happened previously, we saw Danny Carey then graciously stepping in and playing on the kit. And of course, he's going to be doing so again at the show the band will be playing with Tool, which will be really cool to see him doing multiple sets there in the Dominican Republic at that festival. And now in a statement to Rolling Stone, Tim is opening up about that decision to leave the band and what factored into that. It's obviously a very tough decision for a musician to step away from a band that is as successful and beloved as Primus, and having so much history in the group. It's a tough call, but this is why he stepped down from Primus in this new statement to Rolling Stone. After Primus said they were shocked and bewildered by his decision to leave the band, Tim gave his reasons in a statement released to Rolling Stone. He said, "I know there are a lot of questions about why I quit Primus, and I feel it's important to share my story, for myself as well as our fans. Stepping away from Primus has been one of the most challenging decisions of my life, but ultimately it came down to love for myself, my family, and the life I want to create moving forward. I chose a path of love. With regard to what I said to the band about losing my passion for playing, I did say that, but I also said, all of these tours left me feeling empty. My body hurts constantly. This context is important. I also told them they deserve someone who wants to be there, and I meant it. As far as abruptly goes, I suppose there's never the perfect time to leave something you've been a part of for so long. Bands have their own inner workings and are a relationship. Sometimes it doesn't feel balanced, and sometimes it doesn't work out. Over the past months, I've been in a place of deep healing and intensive mental health rehabilitation, learning to confront struggles I've carried for years. In this period of solitude, I've started to see with new clarity what no longer serves me, the people and situations that do not support my well-being, and the parts of my life I need to let go to find peace and stability. When I first joined Primus, I was 24 years old. I'm almost 60 now, and not just a drummer, but also a husband and a dad. Being a drummer for almost 4 decades has taken its toll on my body. As I said previously, my body hurts, my hands hurt, my back hurts. 10 years ago, I had open heart surgery and am still dealing with the aftermath. For so many years of my life, I slept, breathed, and lived the music, giving it everything I had, and often at the expense of both my physical and mental health. Drumming is a strenuous profession, and coupled with touring and performing, it can be exhausting on every level. But I love drumming and always will. Just as I will always hold so much love and appreciation for our fans, the music we made, the places we went, and everything I learned along the way. When we were coming up as young musicians, it was a different world than it is today. There wasn't a focus on how this life affected us. It just wasn't talked about, and I think we lost a lot of amazing musicians over the years because of that. I no longer feel the need to hide the fact that for the last year, I wasn't happy and was in a dark place emotionally. I desperately missed my family while on tour and felt very lonely. My decision to leave the band was rooted in a deep need to prioritize my mental and physical health. I want to give my family the presence and energy they deserve and take care of myself in a way that allows me to thrive. I view this next chapter as a positive, fresh beginning that can hopefully inspire others to speak and live their own truths, even when it's hard. I wish the band continued success. And to the fans who have stood by me, I want to thank you for your compassion and words of kindness. Your support has been a source of strength for me. And while I'm closing this chapter, I'm excited to explore a new path forward, one grounded in love, respect, and health. Man, I got to tell you, it's always disappointing when we hear of a musician that we love leaving a band and the lineup changing. But when you hear that explanation, you got to respect that. When he's gone through what he's been through, open heart surgery, he has a family that he loves. He's devoted so many years of his life to playing out on the road. I think that that's just how it is when you have multiple members in a band and someone wants to take their life in a different direction, especially if they feel the need to prioritize their mental health. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. And so sounds like this is an amicable split, and he just wants to focus on his life and his family. And I think, quite frankly, he should look at this with a lot of pride that he did things his own way, and he has had a tremendous career in music. And Primus will find a talented drummer out there. It could be you watching at home. Who knows? They said they're going to go on a global search to find the most talented drummer in the world. Who knows? Maybe we could trick Danny Carey into doing some more shows with the band as well, because he is just such a fantastic drummer. And so we'll have to see. But, to Tim Herb Alexander, he seems like a class act, and I don't have any doubts that he's doing the right thing if his heart's not in it. And he said, he hopes that they can find someone that wants to be there, and he meant that sincerely. So I really thought this was a great letter, and he provided a really good explanation about things. And so wishing him all the best on this new journey in his life, and what a career he has had, and he should be very proud of that. So anyways, that's your latest update here from Rockfeed. Be sure to subscribe with notifications on for the latest news and updates.